Well, kids can read about meteorites like this one right here, but you know, there's nothing like seeing one. I get to hold one, and these things are heavy.
You wouldn't believe how much. How much do you think it weighs?
I don't know. We'll ask this guy when we introduce him.
Strategic Air and Space Museum put science and technology at our fingertips, and we're excited today for what should be a very cool chemistry lesson.
We can ask him now. Welcome in Michael Sibbernsen. He's a science and technology coordinator at the museum. Now, how heavy is this thing?
It's about 6 pounds.
6 pounds.
6 pounds. This is an iron
20.
nickel.
I was going to say it feels a lot heavier than that.
And that's one of the identifiers on a meteorite, is that it feels a lot heavier than you think it's going to be.
Yeah, it does feel heavy. Okay.
This particular type.
You're saying goodbye to an exhibit, that Great Balls of Fire exhibit.
Well, we're bringing in great new exhibits, but as you know, whenever you bring something in, something has to go. We have our Suited for Space. That's ending this weekend. Will be the last time you'll be able to see that.
And that's a great one, because that's what you can actually see the suits that a lot of the astronauts
That's
have worn.
right. It's all about the history and the science that have gone into spacesuit development, and it's a great exhibit on loan from the Smithsonian. And that will be leaving again this weekend. Will be the last time you'll be able to see that. And then in 4 weeks, which will go very fast, in only 4 short weeks, Great Balls of Fire will be leaving us, and that's been a wildly popular exhibit for
Matter of fact,
the Strategic Air and Space
it's supposed to leave
Museum.
in May, and then you extended it.
And
to
we
the
were able
summer.
to extend it.
Keep it here a little longer.
But it's still on its way out to bring in robotics, which is going to be fantastic.
You brought us a demonstration today that ties in to Great Balls of Fire.
That's
what
right.
Do we cook 'em?
Well, we are going to cook up a comet, believe it or not.
This is so cool.
Great
Okay.
Balls of Fire, as the name implies, is all about destruction, meteors and meteorites, asteroids, but it's also about comets and comet impacts. So why don't we build a little comet here? We can put those on in just a moment, but let's go ahead and get some of this ready.
So tell us, what is a comet exactly?
Well, a comet is a lot of times people like to say it's a large, dirty snowball. It's a giant ball of ice, snow, water, some other materials. As a matter of fact, that's what we're going to put in. We've got a cup of water, and we're just going to pour in our cup of water in here.
Is it true the tails on some of these comets can be 100 million miles long?
They can be extremely long. I've seen upwards of 500,000 miles long. The head of the comet can be 50,000 miles in diameter. The actual core, that's what we'll be building here, is just a couple miles to about 6 miles in diameter.
You know, I'm thinking about it. I wouldn't be honored if somebody named a dirty snowball after me.
Oh,
but it's a huge honor if somebody names a comet after you.
That's right.
So this is a different. Okay, what's next?
Let's put in a little bit of ammonia. We're going to, I'll let you take that. Just pour in just a touch of ammonia. There's a little bit of ammonia inside of each of those comets. Wow, that's going to be a good one, and that will clear out your sinuses.
I was going to say, don't sniff that.
Now, this is corn syrup, and no, there's not corn syrup inside of a comet, but this represents organic materials that we have found trapped inside of comets. So if you will, place in just a touch of
Is it time
our
for
organic
the
material.
glasses yet?
We're almost there. We're almost there. You can go ahead and put on your glasses if you'd like. That's good. And I'm going to put in a pinch. No, this isn't salt and pepper. We have a little bit of sand, a little bit of dirt, and then our last ingredient.
I was going to say, so far I'm underwhelmed, but I know the big to-do is coming here.
Tell you what, could you mix that up for me
bet.
while I get this ready? And then we have our last ingredient. We have some dry ice. I'm going to place on a little. I'll get in here. Here we go. We have some frozen carbon dioxide here. This is dry ice, negative 109 degrees. This is very,
and that's why you're
cold
breaking out the glove.
That's right. This represents not only the dry ice, the frozen carbon dioxide that's locked inside of a comet, but it also is going to act as our cooling agent for our recipe. Are we ready?
Now, it's not going to splash, is it? Watch out, Mary.
I'm going to try not to. We'll pour that in there just like so. And now we're going to let that cook up a little bit. Isn't that?
Cover it up a little bit.
Yeah, let's go ahead and pull this up. Now, if any teachers, educators are out there that want to give this a try, you certainly can, but you need to be very careful to hold this just tight enough that you allow the gases to escape, but not so tight that it blows up like a balloon. I'm going to just pick this up. We'll get a little bit of those gases out. Let's feel under here. You can hear that.
You can hear
cooking.
it boiling.
Now, once this is made, our comet here is going to represent the nucleus of a comet, which again is about 6 miles, 2 to 6 miles in diameter. All right. Oh,
can you hear it? I was going to get close.
You're spilling here. Is
we're
that okay?
spilling a little bit.
Close.
That's all right. That's all right. Okay, are we ready to take a look and see
check it out,
what we have cooked up? All right, let's open her up here and let's take a look at our comet. Is everyone at home ready? Here we go. Take a look at that.
So it's a big, icy,
Isn't that fantastic?
snowball Nice job.
And you can see the gases escaping. This is like the nucleus of a comet, but as this giant dirty snowball gets closer and closer to the sun, just like the lights here in the studio, it starts to sublimate the liquid water and the frozen carbon dioxide, turns it directly into gas, and it starts to escape. And that's what creates the giant head around a comet. And that's what creates the
And
long
you don't want to
tail.
touch it. It looks like
Holy
a bunch of
smokes.
giant styrofoam peanuts.
It does, and it is really cold. As a matter of fact, even here in the studio, this would probably last about 2 hours because
no
right
kidding.
now it is super cool.
Hey, we've got a lot to talk to you about.
sure do. We
You want to
sure
get
do.
to the family, this carnival that
This
you've got going
weekend,
on.
it's not all about space, not all about airplanes. We have a lot of other fun things going on
Yeah.
at the museum. This weekend we have the Family Fun Carnival. We will have a number of inflatable rides that the kids can partake in. We have a number of carnival games. They can win some really neat prizes. We'll have some juggling. We'll have some balloon modeling. We'll have all sorts of wonderful things. Face painting. It's going to be a great weekend, and we invite anyone and everyone of all ages out to the museum this weekend.
And there's also a Mars gazing party, right?
That's right. In commemoration of Curiosity, which will be landing on Mars Sunday night, Monday morning at 12:31 a.m., we are going to have a Mars gazing star party. Now, we've had star parties in the past. We set up telescopes, we look at the planets that are up, we look at galaxies, nebulas, star clusters through a variety of telescopes. The Omaha Astronomical Society will be coming out, helping us with that. But this particular one, we'll be aiming those telescopes at Mars.
At Mars. And you
So
brought
this is where the
in.
robot comes in, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
Do you have a controller there? Or?
I do have a controller. Now, we're not going to be able to have this drive around for us, but tell you what, I can have the, we can have that little
Yeah.
arm kind of moving for us. Let's see if we'll turn this on here,
This
and
is
that arm's
almost
going to fire.
kind of a replica of the first one that landed,
This
right?
this is a replica. It's a 1-to-1 scale model. It's not an exact replica, but it's a 1-to-1 scale
It was
model
about the same size as
of
what
the
landed.
original Sojourner. And the Sojourner was about this size, and it was really a proof of concept that led to these future missions with Opportunity and Spirit that are on Mars now, and Curiosity, which is going up now. To give you an idea of scale, you can see the size of our original Sojourner here, our original rover. The later ones were about 4 times larger, and then Curiosity,
Which is the latest one.
The latest one is about the size of a car. It weighs 2,000 pounds. It
They've
really
come a
is
long ways,
incredible.
yeah. And
We're
that's
going to learn a great deal.
12:31 Monday morning.
That's right.
So Sunday night,
That's
Monday
right.
morning.
Strategic Air and Space Museum, if it's science, if it's technology, if it's a bouncy house, as we're talking about the Family Fun Carnival, it's all there in Ashland, Nebraska. Give them a call at 944-3100 if you have any questions at all. Online, it's sasmuseum.com. Really a pleasure to see you.
Mike, thanks for coming
Michael,
in. Good stuff. You always bring in good
incredible.
stuff. Snow cones and everything.
It looks that way. Just a little flavoring, and
Yeah.
we're good to go.
That's right.
Really,
We
thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The Cox Classic, presented by Lexus of Omaha, it continues to grow.
Yeah, and our coverage of the tournament continues after the break with a look at something new this year just for military personnel and their families.